I am very excited to be sponsoring these two pieces of legislation in the House, the two bills that are part of the Let Rhode Island Vote package. These bills are all about encouraging people who are eligible to vote, to partake in that most sacred process for all of us as Americans, which is picking and choosing our leaders for our country, our state, and our city. Something I really found encouraging during this last election cycle was how many people were able to get out and vote. So many people were concerned at the beginning of the pandemic about a year ago. Can't believe it's been a year. So many people were concerned about how they were going to vote during this election. And we were able to make adjustments so that it was easier for them to access mail ballots, easier for them to do in-person early voting. Everybody seemed kind of nervous about all these changes, but as we saw it play out during the election cycle, I heard from so many constituents who were so encouraged by these new processes. They felt it was very easy for them to exercise their right to vote. And there were a lot of different ways that they were able to do that. I myself voted early in person and just thought the process couldn't have been better. There were no long lines. It was really quick. I could pick the day that I wanted to go in and vote. And it took, I think I timed myself, I think it took about 4 minutes. We saw the process really work in this past election. And I think it is part of our job as the legislature to ensure that everybody does have that right to partake in picking and choosing who represents them in their government. Feeling so encouraged by everybody, all the constituents that thought the process was great. I was really excited to work on these two bills to try and keep some of these changes that we made. The second bill that I also sponsored, the same day registration, is a bill I also feel quite passionately about because I work in tech. I work with a lot of young people who have lived and chose to work and live in Rhode Island. And many of them were really excited an election was coming up, but had kind of been dragging their feet about registering in Rhode Island. So I think this is a great process. A lot of them want to exercise their rights to vote and couldn't because they just forgot to register, and it kind of kept them out of the system. So I think this is really crucial, again, to encouraging all of those people who live and work in our state to partaking in our democratic process.